And we should be live, hopefully. Oh my goodness. Sorry for that wait. I had to grab a drink. I ended up grabbing Monster Rehab. Yeah, boy. I might have to actually pause and grab water later, but for right now, I'm gonna have an energy drink. Fuck it. It's been that kind of day. We gonna play some spooky scary though, boys. We gonna continue playing Layers of Fear. I don't fully remember what we were doing before, but we gonna figure it out. It's gonna be good. I have to throw the heart monitor on. There should be spooky scary sounds that y'all can redeem to try to freak me out. So that's awesome. Hopefully the mic isn't doing the thing, and hopefully the stream quality isn't too bad. We haven't been having any issues with the internet as of today that I'm aware of, so the bitrate even looks like decent for once. Yay! Yeah, work yesterday was okay. My evening was ass though, because I got home from work at like 11:15, and my dad warned me, I have to have a convo with your brother. I was like, okay, because whenever there's a conversation between my family members, especially a parent and a child, it doesn't usually devolve to screaming, but it is usually a back and forth. And if Endo's involved, it's hours long. Because I don't know if y'all have caught on to the fact that he has to have the last word, or he has to be right or prove that he's right about everything. That's usually the entire thing. I'm not getting into the details of the conversation because it wasn't like super serious. It was just, you know, conversation, and it escalated to the point that they were like getting very loud with each other. Again, it was a conversation, but they got loud. And they decided to do this at like midnight after I got home. So I was already like overstimulated, and then I get home and then it devolves into just like yelling at each other. Again, still conversing. It's not like they were like calling each other names or anything. That's the weirdest thing. Like, things will escalate to the point of like screaming, but it's still a conversation. A dialogue is still happening. And with Endo, again, it's usually hours. They had this quote-unquote conversation where they just went back and forth over a few subjects and just increasingly got louder for like 3 hours. I'm not even kidding. I watched the American Horror Story. I guess they did like a mini thing. My mom showed it to me because she was trying to hide from the noise that was happening and the back and forth yelling. I can't remember what service it was from. Hulu, maybe? American Horror Story did like a 4-episode mini anthology thing for the holidays, for Halloween. So I watched 3 of those episodes because my mom already watched one of them. They're actually pretty decent. I zoned out to that whilst there was just screaming going on in the background. So I ended up crashing. I ended up not doing what I was planning on doing last night because originally I was like, okay, I'm gonna get home. Usually when I get home that late at night. Why is my logo there? I'm just noticing. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Usually when I get home that late at night, because normally I get home either around 8 p.m. or I get home around 11 p.m. When I get home that late at night, what I tend to do is I do the whole, alright, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna space out. I usually pre-pack my bag for the next day. I usually get changed into a comfortable outfit. And then I usually try to do something to help me decompress. Sometimes it's playing a little bit of video games before I actually crash, like Fallout 76. Sometimes it's reading something. Sometimes it's watching a show, which in any other setting that would have helped last night, but because there was screaming going on in the background, it didn't really help. It kind of added on to it. Or like things of that nature. So my original plan just was like, I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna do my normal, I'm gonna get changed, kind of take a breath, and then I'm going to work on some stuff on my laptop. And because of the shenanigans that were ensuing and because of how I was feeling, because I was very overwhelmed already, I ended up not touching the shenanigans. I ended up not touching the things on my laptop. So yesterday, not only did I not get anything done, I crashed because I couldn't like calm myself down and like take a breath. I literally just crashed. I don't even remember falling asleep. And then when I did crash, my fucking I managed to fall asleep in like the worst position ever. So I wake up and like right now my lower back is still sore. My skeleton fucking hurts, dog. And because I crashed so late and because I was so overstimulated when I did crash, because I had a full work day and then everything going on at home, I I ended up not waking up until almost noon, around noon. So I've only been awake for a couple hours. So not only did I have a pretty shitty evening, which again, it could always be worse. Like, to be fair, it could always be worse. It just did not play out the way I wanted it to play out at all. Not only did that happen, but then I also lost basically half of today. On the upside, though, I did manage to get a bunch of stuff done, like small little things done before I started this stream. I know what I'm making for dinner tonight. I made sure we had the ingredients for it, and or we're Instacarting the ingredients that we need, because I'm making dinner tonight. So I did that. I did some cleaning in my room that I've been putting off because I had work, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it on my day off. Did that. I'm dressed in a comfy, like, I wouldn't go outside in this outfit. It's like sweatpants and a cute t-shirt. I have this tie-dye purple and black t-shirt that has a butterfly skeleton in like a white design on the front. I really love it. It's like one of my favorite t-shirts. So I'm wearing that and a pair of sweats. But yeah, I did some cleaning up. I ate some food. I know what I'm doing for dinner tonight. And I pre-set up the stuff for the stream. I made sure that I didn't have to update my drivers or anything else because I tend to forget to do that before I start a stream. And then it's like, well, fuck. Now I have to start all over again. Because as most of you guys know at this point in time, when you have to update your drivers, I almost said upgrade. When you have to update your drivers, it usually means you have to stop all activity on your computer. So that usually means I have to restart my entire stream, which is very frustrating. Hey, Loki Human. How are you doing today? Let's make sure my boy's working. My boy is working. Let's fucking go. I am feeling a lot more human. I'm feeling a lot more human than I did feel over the last week now. My nose is still acting up, so apologies if I sound gross. My throat still kind of sounds off, but I promise I'm not in any pain. There's no discomfort or soreness, because for the longest my throat hurt so bad it was like I was gargling razor blades. I'm not taking any meds. I haven't for a solid day and a half. I did take a COVID test. I don't think I mentioned this the last couple times I was actually streaming and I was sick. I did take a COVID test the first couple of days that I was sick because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to spread anything horrendous to anyone else and that it wasn't something much more serious than a seasonal flu. And they were negative. So yeah, it was just a flu. But I'm glad that I'm feeling better. I'm excited for the next week. We're going to have some chill ass times. You just gotta you have that fucking pro gamer immune system. What the fuck? Yo, homie, share. I can't say much. I used to get sick constantly. I want to say the first year that I was streaming and the first huge chunk of me releasing videos on YouTube, a big chunk of those I was either sick or it was just after I got sick. So towards the end where you still sound off, but you're not feeling off. And I blame that on the fact that I was homeschooled and I'm an introvert. I didn't get out a lot. And when I did get out, I just I don't know, man. It feels like every time I went on a field trip, I'd end up sick. Anytime we went to a museum or we went to the mall. And now that I work retail, I've noticed the last 5 years, especially because I've been working retail, I don't get sick as often. But when I do get sick, I get sick probably once a year, maybe 2 times a year. And when I do get sick, it just sucks ass. It's just not fun. I don't get minor colds. It feels like the last few times I got sick, it was flus, fever, achiness, all that stupid bullshit. I would love it if next time I pick up germs, it's just a cold. It's just my nose acting off. It's just, a few days of me not feeling good, not having to take heavy meds. That would be amazing. That would be good. So yeah. Today will be nice. The plan is we're going to go ahead. I have to throw on the heart monitor. We're going to play some more Layers of Fear because we were up to the second game in that one, because the Layers of Fear from 2023 is a remake of the first 2 and a sequel because it involves a third story that's happening. So that's kind of fucking awesome. I'm excited for that. Tonight, around 7 p.m. EST, we're going to be doing some true crime, and if I have time, we're also going to look at some FNAF analog horror, because there are a couple new channels that have popped up that I was in the dark about that I wanted to kind of check out. I don't know if Endo's going to be there just because of personal reasons. I don't know if I want to have him in the same room as me, but we'll see what happens there. My plan is I'm going to go ahead and stream. I'm going to have to stop and make dinner, and then I'm going to have to stream again. So And then after that stream, I want to either get some stuff done on my laptop or finally get my costume work done, because I have all the supplies sitting on my dresser. They've been there for the past few days, but because I've been working, by the time I get home, I'm wiped enough that's like, I don't want to pull everything out. I'm gonna be a scarecrow, so I have like a pair of jeans I'm gonna rip up and hot glue and sew some like fall foliage on. I got like foam pumpkins, little tiny ones, and I got sunflowers, and I got fall leaves and a couple of like fall colored flowers, and yeah, I have to hot glue and attach some of that to a hat. I was gonna attach a couple of pumpkins and leaves to a shirt, and then of course I need to rip up the jeans and add stuff to the jeans. Really basic costume, but I'm feeling it. Let me just clear out this real quick. I don't know if the trigger fire alerts are working. Let me see. I kind of want to test it, because last stream we were struggling with that. It was not working. I want to see if it works. Oh, fucking dude, it worked. It was a little gay. The entire stream. It's just a little gay. It just be like that sometimes. I had another older coworker fucking the other day. I had another older coworker question my sexuality, and I was just like, bro. And I hate to be that motherfucker, but I swear to God, if any of y'all saw me IRL, you would immediately guess some variation of homo. Like, you would guess. So I'm just standing there, like, with my buttons, with my pride buttons, with my they them buttons, with my rainbow buttons. I'm just standing there like, yeah, I do enjoy females. Like, bro, every moment the continuous gay. Yes. I just find it so funny, the couple of interactions that I have had. I also had an somewhat awkward interaction with an older coworker. This is someone who works in, I think, the clothing area. And I think, I'm not trying to be rude, but I think, like, best judgment, I suck at guessing ages. She looks like she's in her, like, mid to late 40s, maybe early 50s. And I came into work and I wasn't feeling good because of germs. And, what I normally do is I go into the break room and I bring a backpack to work that has like all of the stuff that I could ever need. I usually always have cold meds on me, cough drops on me, gum on me, some miscellaneous stuff for like headaches, that kind of thing. Basically, if anything arises at work, I want to be able to know that I can go to my backpack, fucking pull out something, and I'm at least kind of okay. And then I usually also have either a sweatshirt or, no, I'll randomly have a sweatshirt in there if I feel like it's going to be colder, or I'll have my lunch in there, because I don't always get lunch at work. I'll pack lunch because it's much cheaper. So I usually go into the break room, and that's how I start my day. I put that in there. I put my work stuff on. I clock in on my phone because I can do that, which is awesome. And I head to the front of the store where I start my shift. That coworker was just like, we've said a couple words back and forth, but we don't usually have like full conversations. So I know I know of her existence. I don't know her name. I kind of know where she works. And she was just like, how long have you been working here? I was just like, oh, this long. And she made a comment about like when I leave, because she's like, yeah, you tend to have around the same hours, huh? And I was like, yeah. I'm kind of grateful for that. For a little bit I didn't. It was really hectic, and now we're settling into, I'm supposed to have an actual schedule, which is epic. I don't know if they're like allowing that in the, because I didn't know if it was a store-wide thing or just front end thing. And she's like, oh yeah, they're doing that for the whole store. And I'm like, that's awesome, that's sick. And so like I'm trying to like politely like back away from the situation, and then she immediately jumps into, oh, did you just get here from school? And I'm like, no. You don't have another job? No. You're not interested in college? Not really. It's like, what the fuck? Why does that fucking matter? Why does it, I'm sorry, but why does it matter? No one brought that up. I hate that. Like, I mean, kudos to you if you are going to college for something. It's just, I've never had the fucking drive to go to college. I'm gonna be quite honest with everyone. Between the fact that I grew up as poor as I did, and, you know, I've seen situation family has been through, I don't want to go into debt to go into college, to then struggle to find a job, to then struggle to pay off my debt. If I'm gonna be in debt or whatever, I'm not going to go through years of schooling, you know? At this point, I feel like we've reached a time where if you're under a certain income, you just know you're signing yourself up for probably a ton of debt that you're not going to pay off or a ton of extra hassle. I don't have the energy. I don't have the drive. I don't. Now, my one brother, Ewok, I feel like he's a good candidate for certain colleges because he actually can sit down and like focus on things and has a drive when it comes to electronic stuff and coding that I don't have. But like I find it funny that a lot of conversations that I've had with older coworkers always lead to that, and it's like, no. Why? Like, you have to have that check marked off. You have to have been gone through college.